right, it's Saturday morning. We're back at it. First week of September down when it comes to the trading. So we finished the first week of September. I just wanted to tap in with y'all, do a little bit of a SPY trading recap, see what we did this week. I want to tell y'all about the trades that I did, and then just gonna go over like basically, the strategy that I used this week. So we got to take care of the disclaimer, and then after we knock that out, we will go ahead and get into the trades. But all right, so please note that the following is not legal or financial advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right, so we knocked that out. Now, what I want to talk about, what I'm really proud of, is the trade of the week. The trade of the week. So if you've been on my lives, or if you are in the Discord, or if you've just been following me on any social media platform, I dropped a pretty good trade of the week that I'm super proud of. So, what I want to show you guys first is right here, we're looking at the daily chart for Amazon. And this was back in April. We had this first top on April 11th, and then we came all the way down and we came back up for a second top. So we had a double top on Amazon. This is the daily chart. This was back in April going into May. And so we played this all the way down. We took puts all the way down for Amazon basically each day, and we made a little bit of money each day coming through all the way down. Now, why am I talking about this? Why am I looking at Amazon's daily chart from way back into April going into May? And that is because right now we see the exact same thing has happened on SPY's daily chart. So let me go back on SPY and show y'all where we at. This is the daily. And right here, I'm going to remove all my drawings. And we essentially got the same thing that happens. So in the Discord, thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. Whoever's running them up, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we had this first top on SPY. Then we came up and made this second top. And looking at this bearish momentum starting to form, we've got some gaps to the downside that need to be filled. I want to show y'all what I alerted and what I put into the Discord community. So if we come and bring this down into the Discord, I put in the same two charts. This was from the 5th, so a couple of days ago. I put in the same two charts that I saw for Amazon. Here's the Amazon chart right here. And then here is the SPY chart. So essentially what I saw was this same kind of double top bearish formation happening. And what I did was I said I was looking at swinging puts with mid to late October expiration. So I ended up getting in right when the market opened and I bought those puts. I bought one put for $300 expiring October 31st. And I even got it way out of the money. So I got it way out of the money. And then what do we see happen after that? Look at this drop down on SPY. SPY went and closed these gaps after we got into the puts, which is right about this area. We got into the puts, and then SPY went and closed these gaps all the way down. And I do think that there's still more room for it to run because we still have more gaps to the downside. But like they say, take profit when you see profit. So I actually went ahead and took the profit on the SPY put for about 30% profit gain. Yo, thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for rocking with me. So I'm just showing y'all what I saw. We saw this exact same formation, right? This double top, this low bottom down here, and then the second top for some puts for their bearish activity. And why was I confident in this is because we just saw it happen with Amazon on the daily chart. We just saw it happen with Amazon on the daily chart. Thank y'all for the likes. We got a lot of people coming through, rocking with us right now. And so in this case, right, one of the things that I do to get an idea of how far out I should get the contracts is I go to the previous example. We're looking at Amazon right now, right? And so how long did it take for this whole entire thing to play out, especially if you're looking at the second top? So the second top happened May 8th, May 9th, and then it played all the way out on the daily chart to May 31st. That is why when I looked at the September ones, I said, hey, go ahead and get some contracts that expire in late October, mid to late October. So this one's super proud of, super proud of. And then the next thing I want to show y'all is the way that I've been playing scalping. So that's the swing trade. I've been getting more into swing trading for my community. I know scalping is very hard. Not everybody has the opportunity to get in and out of a trade on the drop of the hat. But I do want to go over with y'all the scalping strategy that I have been using. So I've been playing SPY, which is kind of surprising to me because I never thought that in my trading journey, I would get to a stage where I was only using one setup or one ticker. But what I do is I come down to the 30-minute chart. Let me show y'all right here. And then the first thing that I do on the 30-minute chart, if you guys are rocking with me, drop a one in the chat. If you're rocking with me, drop a one in the chat. So the first thing I do on the 30-minute chart is I mark out the pre-market high. And then I mark out the pre-market low. Now I'm just eyeballing it for the sake of keeping the live pretty proficient or pretty seamless. And then just for my own personal preference, I like to change these lines to white lines. All right, we'll change these to white lines. And so right now, if you just joined my live, what we're going over is my daily scalping strategy, what I use to scalp. And so boom, right here, once you mark out the pre-market high and the pre-market low, right when the market opens, you want to mark out where did price open up at. And then I usually do that with the blue line. So drop a one in the chat if you're keeping up. Thank you, Johnny. All right, DJ says, would love some scalping tips. I'm realizing my laptop isn't as fast, so I have to use my phone. Yeah, I actually use my phone too, which is surprising. I should actually be using the computer, but I scalp on my phone. So I feel you, Johnny. We're right there on the same page. Okay. Cool. So if you're just joining the live right now, thank y'all for the likes. Thank all 70 y'all for rocking with me. We're talking about the strategy that I use for scalping. So the first thing I do as I go to the 30-minute time frame, I mark out the pre-market high and the pre-market low with these white lines. And then when the market opens up, I put a blue line where price opened. Now, after the first 30 minutes, wherever price lands, that will be my first indication on whether or not I want to play calls or I want to play puts. So in this case, on this first 30-minute candle, it ended bearish. It ended below the market open. So that was an indication to take puts. Then the second thing is we use the pre-market low as a PT, as a price target. So just imagine we got this first 30-minute candle. It ended bearish. It ended below the market open. We would get in on this candle to take puts to the downside and then target the pre-market low. And then as you can see, there is still bearish momentum continuing, but you would have to deal with a little bit more of this pullback, which could have shook you out depending on your risk tolerance, depending on if you're the type of person that gets shooken out a little bit. But this was a solid play. And that's the long and short of the strategy that I've been using for scalping. Now, we had a question or a comment in here from DJ saying, hey, tips on entry and exits, having to use the phone because it's not the phone is faster than the laptop. So for me, I'm a pretty conservative trader. I don't need grand slams and home runs every single time. I need base hits. And the reason why I'm saying that is because typically what I do is I just set my PT for my options like at 5 or 10%. So at 10%, I put in my order to go ahead and sell once I get to 10% profit. And that's what I've been doing consistently all week. So if you're the type of person who doesn't need a home run, you're not looking for 100% play or 1,000% or 300% or something crazy. If you can be satisfied with 10%, 5%, 15, I just put in my orders right away after I get in the trade because I'm pretty confident that it'll move that much. And then I can just get out and I'm not worried about, okay, was I quick enough on the draw to exit the trade? All right, all right. So user 637756140796 says, what's your stop loss if you're going for a 10% PT? So I will keep it real with you. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I do need to improve on where I want my stop loss. Right now, I'm doing a 1-to-1, meaning that typically at about 10%, if the trade is moving against me 10%, then I'm out of the trade. And so obviously we understand risk to reward ratios, right? That isn't the best risk to reward ratio. But I will say, having trade this strategy pretty solidly for the last month, I have about a 65-70% success rate. So that's why I'm kind of comfortable having that 1-to-1 because I'm getting so many trades that are just going in my favor. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. Like I said, I could do a lot better and be more conservative with my stop loss. But right now it's 1 to 1. So I know in my mind, if I'm going for 10%, like for a price target or profit target, then that'll also be my stop as well. All right. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna go back through. You guys bear with me. Let me kind of make sure I'm not missing any comments or questions. Um, for sure. User 6377 says thanks for being transparent, of course. Yo, Morgan Reed, thank you for the follow. Uh Gerb Mio 9ZF, what's the best trading website? That's kind of like a trick question, because are you talking about the best broker to do trades, or are you talking about the best website for charting your trades? Because those essentially could be two different questions. But what I will say is, in terms of charting, I really like TradingView. I feel like it's the industry standard, not necessarily maybe the best, depending on if got used to doing your charting on Thinkorswim or whatever the case may be. But I really like TradingView. I think it has one of the best charting platforms. Now, when it comes to a trading brokerage, I'm gonna I'm gonna give one answer, which is my true to heart answer, which is it really depends on the skill of the trader. But by far, the one brokerage that I've heard the least complaints about is Webull. Webull is the one that I've heard the least complaints about is Webull. So if I had to choose, if you're forcing me, I would go with Webull. But this is coming from somebody who only trades options. So I don't know what the best platform would be for a Forex trader or a commodities trader or anything like that. All right, all right. Y'all bear with me. I'm just gonna try to take my time to get to your comments. Don't want to. I'm trying my best not to miss anybody. All right, Funky Guy says, "Are you in puts or calls at this price?" So we have puts, inputs. Now I will say, if you just now joined, I took profits on my puts. So there were essentially two plays to end the week that we did. Now the play that I'm the most proud of, if you just joined my live, is the one where, looking back at Amazon. So this was Amazon in April going into May. And what we could see here on the daily chart is a double top forming, right? We got a double top forming. And back in April going into May, we played these puts all the way down, kind of like each day or every other day, getting into puts, scalping, or doing a day trade. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because we saw the exact same thing on the daily chart for SPY. Now, here we go. We see a double top with this deep bottom down here. All right, our second top is over here. I mentioned and I said, hey, we've got this double top forming and we've got gaps to the downside that need to be filled. And if you see, we straight up filled this gap. And so we got into puts. Let me bring this down to show us. We got into puts right about here. Right about here at this price point, we got into puts and then we took the ride down. Now, I will say I only bought one contract. That's mainly because I'm getting my feet wet with swing trading. And so I didn't want to go overboard. I didn't want to extend my risk or, blow up my risk management. So I did alert that I got one put expiring. So let me read and show you guys what I said to my community. I said, good morning. Potential trade idea for SPY swinging puts with mid to late October expiration appears to have created a double top on the daily chart, initially from July 16th, and then the second top on August 30th. This is similar to the setup that was the one we saw with Amazon. So what I did was, just to keep my risk management on point, I just got one contract for the swing trade at $300, way out of the money too, way out of the money at 494, $300 expiring October 31st. And then I'm at a stage right now where I'm trying, one, not to be greedy. So I'm definitely doing, see profit, take profit. So what I saw was that trade moved up in my favor about 27%, almost 30%. And I went ahead and took those profits. Even though I was planning on holding the trade going into October, you just never know. And you might as well take money off of the table when you can. And so that is how it is. I hope that answers your question. You could still potentially be in the trade. I potentially saw it coming at least all the way down here to 533, if you will. But I didn't want to risk it. I'd rather just take my profits off the table. All right. So Funky Guy, I hope that answers your question. Let me go through. Jess says, what is the time frame you use on your charts? So Jess, if I'm scalping, which is what I do 95% of the time, I use the 30-minute chart. And then I'll come down to the 7-minute. The 7-minute has really been a good time frame for me to trade with. And so when I have my charts, right, I'm going to kind of bring this in a little bit. It might look just a little bit noisy, but here is the 30-minute chart. So when I've charted my 30-minute time frame out and I want to just be a little quick on it, I'll do a second layout. I know it looks like a lot of noise, so y'all just bear with me. I'll do a second layout, and then on the bottom one, just I'll put it at the 7-minute. I'll look at the 7-minute on the bottom, and then I'll also use that as my trades as well, just in case I want to be a little bit tighter and not just trade on the seven. I mean on the 30. So the same thing that I described with that 30-minute, right? You could do it here with the 7. We have this one closed below the opening. Get into puts. You had a little bit of a pullback, but then you could ride it all the way back down the way that we saw it. All right. So Jess, I hope it answers your question. My primary trading style is scalping, and I use the 30-minute and the 7-minute charts. All right. GERB or JERB or GERB. Thank you for the follow. All right. Thank y'all for the likes. We got 100 people in here. All right. Brennan S says, if you get in the money options, your delta is higher. That's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. Let me see who else I miss. I want to start day trading, but no zero. Can you suggest a book or website to start learning from? PTO responded to you, Jamie Russell, at YouTube University. The one thing I would say outside of YouTube University, and this is from somebody who I've lost a lot of money, not having a direct linear line of focus for trading. If I could go back and tell myself to do something differently on my trading journey, it would be really do some research on somebody that you know of is a solid trader. I know in this world, in this environment, there's a lot of phonies out there, a lot of people using smoke and mirrors. So that's a tough thing to do. But step one, find somebody who you believe to be a legitimate trader, and then let them become your mentor and just focus on one strategy. As a beginner trader, just focus on one strategy. Trading is such a wide open field that if you go into it without a linear approach, a structured approach, it's going to get it can get confusing, it can get overwhelming. You'll open yourself up to strategy hopping, and for a lot of us what happens is we find a strategy that we're interested in, we do it for a little bit, then we go through like a drawdown or a period of where it doesn't work or it's confused and we don't understand it, then we hop to another strategy. So what I would recommend is take a little bit of time, do some research on some of these influencers out here or traders out here that you believe to be legitimate on the up and up, roll your sleeves, do your background search on them, and then just stick with one strategy and one setup. Let me see. PTO says F with black traders. LOL. So I appreciate you. I had to follow. I've been trading for years on and off. That's what's up. All right. The inside drop says get a strategy and paper trade before you risk your own money. Yeah, I would do that too. I didn't paper trade when I first started my journey. And so I had some pretty heavy losses that, really kind of messed with me psychologically. All right. PTO says I'm back to being more consistent. Good, good. Jamie Russell says keep it simple then. Yeah, keep it very simple. Small Bags Daily in the building. Big shout out to Small Bags Daily. Yo, you guys. So I was just telling you that if you need a mentor or somebody that's a legitimate trader to do your research on, go check out Small Bags Daily. He does daily live trades with his community. He walks through, he answers questions, things like that. So, and I'm not getting paid by him. I'm not sponsored by him, but he's a good dude. He showed me a lot of love when we first came across each other's pages. So if you want a starting point for somebody to really get you going on your trading, go check out Small Bags Daily. Really, really good dude. All right, all right. Jamie Russell, I downloaded Training View and been watching. Yeah. The one thing I will say, if you want to do YouTube University, go to Trading View's YouTube channel. They have so many videos. They drop daily videos on how you can use their platform, how you can set up all kinds of the different technological functioning things in the platform. My bad. So one thing I really will say that you can't miss if you do YouTube University is to go to Trading Views YouTube channel. Go to Trading Views YouTube channel, and they're dropping videos all the time that will help you with their platform, all that kind of stuff, your indicators, your charts, all that. So here it is. Let me bring it down so we can see it on TikTok on the live. But here is the Trading View YouTube channel. And I'll just go to videos, right? So we can see their most latest videos. How to use the symbol chats, how to record trading videos on social network. Like they have everything on here. Bar replay on multiple charts, how to master economic earnings and dividend calendars. They have everything you need, and TradingView is a good place in terms of learning about your charting software. All right. PTO says also just get into make options list and make a watch list to put trade in. Yep. Our ESC paper trades don't really help. Trading with real money teaches you about your emotions and decisions. And that's the downside. I think paper trading at the beginning is good to help you with the functionality, right? Help you get used to back testing a strategy and just kind of knowing the mechanics. But when it's time to master your emotions, that's where you want to step into the market with just a little bit of money. That way you can see what type of person are you? Are you a fearful person? Are you a greedy person? Are you a person who's indecisive? Are you somebody who lacks discipline and doesn't follow their rules? So that's what I would do. Start off with a little bit of paper trading so you can understand the nuances of the strategy that you're using, and then step into the market with just a little bit of money so you can start getting in touch with your own emotions. And of course, I always recommend making sure you have a trading journal. All right. She don't care. His name is Small Bags Daily. He's in there in the chat. He's right there in the chat. Small Bags Daily is the person you want to tap in with. Small Bags Daily is super dope. Really good dude. Jay from State Farm 26K. Thank you for coming through. Thank y'all for the likes. We're at 1K. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. So wanted to show y'all that. I wanted to show you that. So if you just joined the live and you missed the one of the two strategies, let me know. I do have another strategy that I really like. I'm super proud of it. I've back tested it a lot. If you guys are interested in that one, my bullish engulfing strategy, please drop a one in the chat if we want me to go over my bullish engulfing strategy. Smallbacks Daily says it won't help with your emotions, but skill set it will. That's what's up. All right, thank you for the follows. Got a lot of people in here today. Super active, man. I rock with y'all. Thank y'all. Everybody that's in here right now, I rock with y'all a lot. When you see green, take green. That's right. You're exactly right. Inside drop. 111. Okay, 111. Okay, so the third strategy that I'm super proud of is nothing, spectacular. Maybe I shouldn't downplay it, but it is something that I'm super proud of. I'm not going to say that I invented it, but I'm proud of it because I stumbled upon it. I realized it on my own. Nobody taught it to me. This was something that I came across. So let me go ahead and pull up. I want to show you guys or tell y'all about my bullish engulfing strategy, which is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple, but I want to take it step by step. So you guys rock with me and just bear with me. And we want to go through the step by step. What we're talking about right now is my bullish engulfing strategy. Let me bring this down. I manually back tested this with Excel. And so I'm so happy to share this with y'all. So let me go ahead and bring this over so we can see. We're looking at my Excel right here. Let's bring this back. Try to get it so it's not so crazy on the live. All right. So what you guys can see over here, if this thing will just work and behave. If you guys can see over here, let me bring this down a little bit. All right. You guys can see that I've gone through almost 200 rows, 200 instances of looking at this strategy right here. And so essentially, let me get rid of that. The way that my bullish engulfing strategy works, and this is primarily for scalpers. I've only tested this on the 30-minute chart. So make a note of that. If you're taking notes right now, I've only tested and back tested this on the 30-minute chart. I've only traded it on the 30-minute chart. But what I did was I went back through all of the instances, especially on SPY, where I saw a bullish engulfing on the 30-minute chart. And then what I did in Excel was every time the very next candle, the candle that we would enter in on and take our trade, every time that candle was successful and we had continuous bullish momentum, I gave it a 100 right here, this next candle. And so then what I did was, and I'm just giving you guys the technical aspects, it's still very simple. But then what I did was I created a formula that would tell me based off of when the bullish engulfing occurs, what is the probability that our candle, the candle that we enter our trade in on, what's the probability of it being successful? And so after doing all this back testing, what I saw was is that if you see a bullish engulfing on the 30-minute time frame that is above the previous day high, there is an 82% chance that we're going to have continuous bullish momentum. So nothing super fancy, but I did want to show you guys the beginning part where I went through all the back testing to find this. So now let's go over to the charts and let's check it out. All right, so I'm going to cherry pick a couple of examples and then we'll do some random ones just to see. So one of the recent ones that I saw that we actually did live last week was with Apple on the 30-minute chart. Of course, you guys forgive me, I don't have the best kind of like little setup right here. I know there's a lot of comments going on, but I do want to show y'all. Dang, lost a whole bunch of y'all. Where did 70 of y'all go? Y'all not rocking with a player? All right. So we're looking at Apple's 30-minute chart, and we did have an instance that happened the other day. Let's see if we can find it. All right. All right. Where did it go? Where did it go? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Thank y'all for the likes. Thanks for running them up. Thanks for running them up. Might not have to cherry pick. We might just go raw with it. All right, whatever. We'll go to SPY. We'll go to SPY and we can see. All right, so right now we're looking at SPY's 30-minute chart. And what I want to show y'all is that strategy that I was just talking about. Where is it at? Where is it at? Yikes. All right, all right. I should have. Well, I hate to cherry pick. I really wanted to show you guys fresh examples, but let me just go here. And oh, that's way too far in the past. Way too far. Oh, this is a bummer. I got to show y'all real quick. We are looking for, and I guess that's the good thing on why the strategy works so much because it doesn't happen every day. It doesn't happen every day. Here we go. I think this is it right here. Perfect example. This was the example right here. I wish I had one that wasn't so cherry picked, but if you guys are still rocking with me, let me know. Drop a one in the chat. But like I said, when you see a bullish engulfing that happens above the previous day high on the 30-minute chart, there's an 80% chance that we're going to continue to have bullish momentum. So if we look right here, thank y'all for the likes. If we look right here, we've had this bullish engulfing candle that occurred. This was on SPY. If you go look at your chart for August 19th, Monday, August 19th, this is on SPY. We had a bullish engulfing. And then where was it at? It was above the previous day high. And what happened? We continued to have bullish momentum to the upside. We have bullish momentum to the upside. And so that's the strategy that I back tested and that I'm super proud to share with you all. So if you go through your different ticker symbols, right? Apple, Amazon, Google, SPY, you'll see that this plays out 80% of the time. So now there is one last thing. If you're taking notes, right now, there's one thing I want to tell you that's very, very important. And that is for me, my definition of a bullish engulfing is not the same as the formal standard definition of a bullish engulfing. It's slightly different, but I think it's important that you guys all understand what I'm looking for in my engulfings. Now, the standard definition of an engulfing, especially we'll talk about a bullish engulfing, right, is when the price of our bullish candle starts below this previous bearish candle, this previous red one, and then of course it ends above it, right? The candle completely engulfs the bearish one. Well, my definition of an engulfing, especially a bullish engulfing, is slightly different. My definition is, did the body of this candle move farther in range than the body of this red candle? So for instance, let's just say that this bullish candle, when it opened, it happened to gap up. As long as the range in the movement was wider than this bearish one, I would consider that an engulfing, a bullish engulfing. So that's the slight difference that I want you guys to keep in mind if you're looking at the strategy and you want to start back testing it. Just remember that for Curtis G, his definition of an engulfing is slightly different. All right, all right. The inside drop, small bags daily. Yes, those are solid. I used to do 2-minute, but that was too much noise for me. Okay, okay. Cool. Zuki for 20. Thank you. I appreciate the advice. So you use the TF65. Look at y'all got a whole other conversation going on in here. Now, if the 30-minute bullish engulfing strategy makes sense, let me know. Or if you guys want me to go over it again, I can do it one more time. Eric Derula, thank you for the follow. All right, let me see who the top folks in here rocking with me are so I can show some shout outs. Yo, Rebel, thank you so much for rocking with me. G, Of course, big shout out to Small Bags Daily. B Love, I see you. Jeff, what's going on? Popeye J, Miss Jackson, and Brock Life. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate that. All right, all right. Sure thing. Zuki420 wants to go over it one more time. All right. So if you're just joining the live or if you want the recap, we're going over my bullish engulfing strategy. The first thing to note is I've only tested this on the 30-minute time frame. So keep that in mind. And it's more for like scalping or quick day trades. So the long and short of the strategy is if you see a bullish engulfing that occurs above the previous day high, then there is a strong indication that we're still going to have more bullish momentum. And I know that sounds pretty straightforward, right? It sounds pretty obvious. But the reason why I'm spotlighting it is because I really did back test it, and I back tested it almost 200 times. As you guys can see here on my Excel log, I manually back tested it almost 200 times. I went in every time and I notated when did the engulfing happen. And then I set up, did it happen above or below the previous day high? Was it above or below the previous day 50%? And was it above or below the previous day low? And so when I went in and I found all these instances, making note of all those levels, what I saw was at the end of the day, if you see a bullish engulfing that happens above the previous day high on the 30-minute time frame, there's an 81, 82% chance that we're still going to continue to have bullish momentum. So you can get in on that next candle primarily looking to scalp some calls to the upside, or if you got some pretty solid price targets in mind, you can go for more of a day trade. But that's a strategy that I'm super proud of. Like I said, I'm proud of it because nobody taught it to me. It was something that I stumbled upon on my own. I'm not saying I created it, not by a long shot, but I'm just happy to share it with you because I had to painstakingly go through all of these. Let me clear the filter so y'all can see that I wasn't bullshitting. I'm not BSing. You can clear the filters. Let me go and clear them all. Hold on. Data. Did it clear them all? No. Clear filter. All right. So now you guys can see. I went back through all these dates, all of these here, and back tested it over and over and over and over manually to see what the success rates were. Jess says, what time do you place your bet in the first 30 minutes? Are we talking about the bullish engulfing, Jess? Or are we talking about the uh pre-market high, pre-market low strategy that I was talking about? Small Bags Daily says when the setup is there. That's a good question. Yeah, yep, yep. Very good answer, Small Bags Daily, when the setup is there. Jess is saying the B. We're talking about the bullish engulfing. Yeah. So exactly what Small Bags Daily said. As soon as the setup is there, so like on this one right here, right? And we actually had two of them kind of occur. We had two instances back to back where it happened, which is super dope. So as soon as I see that this bullish engulfing happened, I'm entering in right away on this candle. Now, the next thing that I did do, and you can use this any way that you want, was I also went through and I made a note of what was the amount that the candle pulled back. Because we all know 95% of candles have an upper wick or an upper shadow and a lower wick or a lower shadow, right? So I went through every single time and I notated what was that pullback? What was the pullback on that candle? And so after doing all that, I put in the formula in Excel to tell me the average, and the average pullback was 25 cents. So you can use this information one of two ways. You can use it as a gauge if you wanted to wait to get into the trade, which I really don't like to do because you never know how far these candles will pull back, or you could use it as a way of like kind of setting your stop loss, right? So you know that if the average pullback is 25 cents, if this thing starts to get down to 50 cents or something like that, it's probably a solid indication that it's going to turn bearish and go the wrong way. But I also did that. So to your question, Jess, I typically am hopping in right when this candle opens up after I see the signal or the setup, like Small Bag Daily said, and then I get in and then I ride it up just like that. All right, all right. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for the likes. Cool, cool, cool. So, like I said, we had a question. I don't know if that person is still in the audience, but if you are brand new to options trading or trading in general, but I'm specifically talking about options trading, that's what my lives are for beginning options traders. If you are new, starting off from the beginning, the one thing that I would do differently is I would take my time, roll up my sleeves, and do research on which trader out here is legit. And I know in this arena, in this industry, there are a lot of fakers out there, a lot of people using smoke and mirrors, a lot of people are just trying to play you. But take your time, find a trader that you believe is legit, follow their program, their trading style, pick one strategy, just one strategy, one setup, and just trade that. Master that like the back of your hand. That's where I would start over. And so Small Bags Daily is a good one. He's in the audience. That guy, he goes live multiple times throughout the week to go over trades with his audience. He's a good one to start with. And then the person who taught me the opening range strategy that I showed y'all with the pre-market high and the pre-market low, and if you missed it, drop a one in the chat if you want me to go over it. But I am not a gatekeeper. And so if you guys have been on my lives before, you probably already know this, but I want to give you guys at least just two starting points if you just now are starting your trading journey. And that is, I'm going to tell y'all and show y'all the person who taught me that opening range strategy that I use. And that's primarily what I've been trading for my scalping. And here's his Twitter page. So his name is Floyd Williams 46 or Charts. Super dope dude. Another really good dude. If you're looking for like a mentor and somebody to show you the step by steps, you can tap in with him. He does presentations on Saturdays and things like that. So you got two people right here. If you're just starting off, that you can start with. You can tap in with Small Bags Daily, and then you can tap in with Charts. All right, all right. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Small Bags Daily says he's gonna have a free class today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jess says, do you have a trailing stop loss? I don't have a trailing stop loss, which I should have. And you're right on it, Jess. Right now, I'm still using Robinhood to do my trades. And Robinhood doesn't have trailing stop loss. And that's the number one reason why I'll be leaving the brokerage and moving everything over to Webull. I will say that I've just been stuck in my comfort zone because I've been saying this for a while now that I was going to go over to Webull. But when I have money in Webull, I do a few trades over there, but it's something about the platform that's very like mechanical to me, and I think it's just my learning curve. So I just got to really force myself to get proficient and comfortable with Webull. But Robinhood doesn't have trailing stop loss, and that's the number one reason why I'll be moving and leaving the platform. All right, all right. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Cool. Small Bag says he's a great guy, full of life. Inside drop, Zuki for 20. You can start with the high and low of the 15-minute candle and look for candles closing above or below. All right. Go to Trading View. Small Bag says go to Trading View daily. E Trade. I mean, all right. Oh, Small Bag is saying I should go over to E Trade. I should head over to E Trade. I gotta check it out. I gotta check. I've never really looked at E Trade in terms of options trading. I have accounts with Thinkorswim, with Webull, with Robinhood, and one more. Those are all the accounts that I have the ability to trade options on, and I have the account and a little bit of money in each one. But I never had account set up in terms of options trading with E-Trade, so I have to check that out. Oh, the other one was Fidelity. So I have the ability to trade options on Robinhood, Fidelity, and Webull and Thinkorswim. Those are the four. Right now, I'm just stuck in my comfort zone with Robinhood. Small Bags Daily is saying to go check out E-Trade. He says it's been great. It's been using it for years. Thank you so much for the lightning bolt Small Bags. I appreciate y'all. It's been a dope live. It's been a dope live. So if you've been rocking with me this whole time, I really do hope that you got some value. We went over three strategies: the bullish engulfing, the pre-market high and low that I use to scalp, and then the double top that we saw in the daily chart with Amazon and Spy. So I'm hoping that you guys got value there. If you didn't get value from there, then I'm hoping that the names that I shared with you, Small Bags Daily, who's in the chat right now, he's hosting a free class tonight. So you guys could tap in with him. Definitely tap in with him. Or you could go check out Charts on Twitter. He's the one that I got pre-market low and pre-market high strategy from. So whatever I can do to not gatekeep, to give and show value to any of the new traders out there, I'm hoping that my live did that for y'all today. All right, all right. Thank you so much, Mocha Ray, for the likes. Big shout out to Mocha Ray. Got a celebrity in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mocha Ray. All right. Small Bags Daily says, I have a fire strategy that's 90%. Tap in, DM me for today's link. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you a DM right now, bro, and get the link. I really, really do appreciate you. The Inside Drops has great live, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, try to keep them pretty short and sweet. I know TikTok likes us to be on here for a long time being live, but I like to try to just get straight to the point and, show y'all what I've been doing, what I'm trading, win, lose, or draw, how my trades went for the week and whatnot. And the same thing too, like if you go to my Twitter or if you're in my Discord, I put my trading confirmations at the end of each week so you guys can see. I use TradeZella as my trading journal as well as Excel, but at the end of each week I put the trading confirmations in there so everybody can see what's going on. Or if you want to go, here we go, the week's trading confirmations. I always put the confirmations in there. And then at the end of the month, I'll put the statement from Robinhood. Even though Robinhood's broker statement doesn't really show profits and losses like that, I still put that in there. Or you guys can go over to Twitter, check out my Twitter page, the Curtis G, and I put my plays and different things like that over there too. Especially if it's a swing trade. I don't really signal scalps too much because scalping is so fast. But whenever I find a swing trade or a day trade that I'm very confident in, let me see if I can go to my profile. Lord, I just wanted to show y'all. But let me see. This is so. Oh, here we go, right in front of my face. My bad, y'all. All right, so here's my Twitter at the Curtis G, and then I put my a bunch of stuff on there, but my trading confirmations, and then I put the play as well. I put that play on the double top and what I was looking for. So if you guys just needed another platform, of course you can go over there, check it out. That's what's up. Let me go through, make sure I didn't miss any comments. Appreciate the likes. Thank you, thank you. Just tried it out for sure. And then let me go to Small Bags Daily's Twitter page. So Small Bags Daily on Twitter is Empowerment Assets or at Assets Cardave. And so, like I said, he's holding another free class tonight. You guys could tap in with him. Here's his page. Really good dude. Drops game. He does a lot of live trading for his community. So you guys could tap in with him. He drops plays as well. So if you want to check out Small Bags Daily on X or Twitter, he is at Assets Car Dave. That's what's up. So, like I said, no gatekeeping, just sharing all the information or people that have helped me out along the way. So you guys can look to those people to get assistance and resources and help as well. All right, Adrian, what's up? What's up? For sure, for sure. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. And of course, we'll be tapping in soon. Peace.